Welcome back, Braggers. Thanks for tuning in. Think about this. Every year, hundreds of thousands of high school players lace up their cleats and dream of the big leagues. Last year, there was roughly 511,000 high school athletes that participated in organized baseball. Yet only 38,850 of those young players ultimately compete on an NCAA roster, a conversion rate of just 8.1%. This statistic alone shows the uphill battle that every player faces. But let's dig a little bit deeper. Of these athletes, only a fraction land a spot at the highest level of college baseball. For NCAA Division I programs, the pinnacle of college sports, the odds are even steeper. In fact, it's estimated that only 2.4% of high school baseball players eventually earn a spot on a Division I roster. In other words, for every 43 players, only one of them make it to an elite level. Moreover, the NCAA data underscores another key point. Making a college team is only the beginning of a much longer journey. Even among those who do play in college, only about 5% of NCAA baseball players are drafted by MLB organizations. And even for those draftees, the path to the majors is riddled with further challenges, including development in the minor leagues and the ever-shifting dynamics of professional baseball. And this high-stakes environment means that every practice, every game, and every highlight reel matters. This system is built on relentless competition, a natural selection process where only the very best of those who can somehow defy the odds move forward. It's a pipeline that filters out talent at multiple stages, leaving many passionate players on the sidelines despite their years of hard work. And for baseball parents and coaches, these numbers are more than just a percentage. They're an indicator of the work required to be elite at the highest level. The journey from the high school diamond to the college dugout is narrow and unforgiving. And it's one that demands not only skill and determination, but also a deep understanding of what it takes to succeed in a sport where the odds are stacked against you. And there's a chance that even if a high school player defies the astronomical odds and secures a spot on a college team, the road to Major League Baseball is a whole other gauntlet. NCAA data paints a grim picture when it comes to transitioning from college baseball to the professional ranks. For example, only about 5.1% of NCAA players end up getting drafted into the MLB. And if you focus solely on Division I athletes, a slightly brighter, yet still daunting 16.4% of draft-eligible players are selected by MLB teams. In practical terms, that means even amongst those who make the college rosters, only a small fraction will see their names called on draft day. But drafting is only the beginning of a long and uncertain journey. A lot of players, even after being selected, never reach the big leagues. The developmental process in the minor leagues is brutal and unpredictable. A player might be a star in college or a promising prospect in the draft, yet still get lost in the system where injuries, performance slumps, or simply the next generation prospect can derail a promising career. And this sobering reality means that the journey from college ball to the MLB dugout is marked by constant, high-stakes evaluation at every level. And while the traditional path from high school to college to pro is steep enough, an entirely different yet equally competitive battle is being waged on the international stage. Every year, MLB teams scour regions across Latin America, Asia, and even Europe for the next superstar who might be hiding in plain sight. In the international signing market, the competition is fierce. For example, in the 2025 signing period, teams were allocated bonus pools ranging from $5.1 million to $7.6 million, which they used to secure the rights to promising young talent. These bonus pools are capped amounts that every team has to work within, and they dictate just how many players can be brought in via international free agency. This means that hundreds of young athletes, most of them from countries like the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, and Mexico, are fighting for a slice of that limited pie. Let's look at the numbers. In recent international signing periods, data indicates that there were about 546 signings from the Dominican Republic alone, 365 from Venezuela, 52 from Mexico, and similar numbers from countries such as Panama, Colombia, Morocco, and the Bahamas. These figures show that every year thousands of young international prospects are vying for a chance to get noticed and ultimately earn a professional contract. The stakes couldn't be higher when a handshake deal, often struck when players are as young as 14, can secure a multi-million-dollar future. Yet the reality is harsh. For every success story like Shohei Ohtani or Roki Sasaki, there's countless others whose dreams remain unfilled. The international free agency system is designed to be a gateway to the majors, but it's full of challenges. For one, players from outside the US, Puerto Rico, and Canada are grouped together under strict spending limits, meaning that each team's bonus pool can only cover a fraction of the potential signing bonus for a star prospect. In many cases, elite talent like Sasaki, even though he hails from Japan, can force teams to reshuffle their entire bonus pool strategy. Sometimes at the expense of local Latin American prospects who have been waiting their entire lives for a chance. These ripple effects can force teams to back out of previously negotiated handshake deals, leaving many young players in precarious positions where finding another suitor becomes an uphill battle. And this system, while aimed at creating parity, inadvertently intensifies the competition. In Latin America, for example, the pressure on teenage athletes is crazy. Many come from impoverished backgrounds where major league signing bonus represents not just personal success, but a lifeline for their entire family. Scouts are traveling far and wide, often looking for players who are willing to defy the odds and even at times the rules, such as age falsification, to improve their prospects. And I still think Jose Contreras was like 59 when he was pitching for the White Sox. But anyway. And these practices are controversial, but they show just how desperate and competitive the international market has become. In countries like the Dominican Republic, nearly 95% of academy players come from disadvantaged backgrounds. The pressure to secure an MLB deal can be life-changing, if not life-saving. The harsh truth is whether you're fighting your way through a college system or navigating the turbulent international free agency waters, the dream of playing in the major leagues is reserved for a select few. And for parents and coaches, these numbers just show the reality that hard work and talent are essential, but the odds are always going to be stacked against you in baseball. But at the end of the day, the dream of playing baseball isn't just built on statistics and percentages, it's built on blood, sweat, and tears of countless young athletes. The journey from high school diamonds to college dugouts and ultimately to the major leagues is as much a demonstration of passion, consistency, and resilience as it is raw talent. With less than 8.1% making it from their local fields to NCAA rosters, and only about 2.4% of those reaching an elite Division I level. The numbers show that the odds are stacked against them. Yet that is exactly the fierce competition that ignites the fire in those who dare to dream big. As one coach once candidly noted, for every 43 high school players, only one gets to play at the Division I level. And that single opportunity can change a life. And for those who do make the college team, the gauntlet continues. Only a small fraction of those athletes, around 5.1%, get drafted into the MLB. And even then, the minor league system can be just as unforgiving as the draft itself. And on the international stage, the stakes are high, if not higher. In Latin America, for instance, where the promise of a major league contract can mean escaping poverty and transforming entire communities, thousands of young players enter a fiercely competitive market every year. With teams' bonus pools strictly capped and every handshake deal hanging in the balance, even elite talents can find themselves caught in a system that forces difficult choices. Because history shows that when a superstar like Japanese phenom Roki Sasaki steps into the international market, it can disrupt long-term standing agreements and leave local prospects in precarious positions. So for the parents who invest not only money but unwavering hope in their child's dream, for the coaches who spend countless hours molding raw talent into professional readiness, it's important to remember that every player on the field is fighting against astronomical odds. Their stories are marked with sacrifice, perseverance, and occasional heartbreak. So we ask ourselves, why do we keep going in this game? I hope all of you do, because I do, think that my kid, my players on my team that I coach, my son, has a chance to be one of that 2%. And if you don't feel the same way, that's fine. Maybe it's an unrealistic hope. Maybe it's an unrealistic expectation. But I feel like it's our job as parents and coaches to reinforce a dream, not break it down. And we have to approach it with realistic expectations of what it's going to take to actually achieve those dreams, and know that even if you do everything right, and you say, I've done everything I need to do to achieve this dream, it still may not happen. And you have to be okay with that. Because that process of putting in that work, overcoming that heartbreak, and persevering through all the obstacles that you're going to go through during that development process on your path is going to make you a better, stronger person anyway. So why the hell not? Again, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please like, subscribe. I promise no more cheesy ass AI thumbnails. I know some of you have commented on that. My bad. But anyway, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will talk to you all later.